And welcome to game number 1 of the Fall Classic. It is the World Series from Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Cincinnati Reds will be taking on the Tampa Bay Rays here to crown the world champion in 2026. And for this Tampa Bay Rays team, on paper, they may not look the greatest, but where they excel is with their pitching, like most Tampa Bay Rays teams that have made a deep run in the playoffs. But they did add some pieces to their lineup, and they have a lot of young players as well that will help them out. They went out and got Byron Buxton from the Minnesota Twins, and just a lot of young pieces on this team, guys by the name of Drew Gilbert, Carson Williams. You're going to see them all here tonight in game number 1 of the World Series. And for the Cincinnati Reds, they will have the Cy Young on the mound in Hunter Greene. And for Tampa Bay, it will be Shane McClanahan, the lefty. So you're going to see the lefty lineup in the game tonight for Cincinnati. It's the same 9 guys, just a different order, something we did not have to see against the Arizona Diamondbacks. But here's the postseason comp so far. The Reds are outscoring the Rays and pitching better than the Rays as well on paper. Both teams have the same exact record so far in the postseason. For Tampa Bay, they just beat the Houston Astros, and obviously the Reds just got by the Arizona Diamondbacks in 7 games. Tampa Bay defeated Houston in 6. So Hunter Greene takes the mound for game number 1 of the 2026 World Series. And folks, if you haven't yet though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more MLB The Show 24 here on the channel. I don't ever want to underestimate teams, but I feel like Arizona was a tougher matchup on paper than Tampa Bay, but obviously the Rays are in this position for a reason. They are a good ball club, and we will see them here tonight. So Greene so far in the postseason, this will be start number 4. 15 and a third innings, 5.87 ERA, and you'll see Josh Lau first, and Lau gonna put one on the ground right to Matt McLain to start us off. There is a ground out. Now up will be Randy Arozarena, obviously the big star on this Tampa Bay team. Arozarena gonna hit that ball in the left field, but straight to Teoscar Hernandez has got it. 2 down for the 3 spot, and Yandy Diaz on the ground right to Spencer Steer. Greene gonna go 1, 2, 3 here in the top of the first, as we now see the bottom of the first, and Shane McClanahan, he has struggled in the postseason, but he's still their ace. 6.28 ERA in the postseason. And of course, with the lefty on the mound, Matt McLain will lead off. He'll pop one out to the second baseman over in Brandon Lau. And here is your Reds lineup. It goes McLain, Friedel, Harper, Steer, Hernandez, Tucker, De La Cruz, Benson, and Langeliers in the 9. Here comes TJ Friedel on the 1-2 pitch. Friedel gonna hit one on the ground right to the second baseman again in Lau. 2 up, 2 down for McClanahan, with Bryce Harper stepping in on the 1-2 pitch. Harper hits one the opposite way. That ball's definitely getting down. Harper, oh, it's gonna leave the park. Bryce Harper with the solo shot. 349 feet. He continues to deliver in the playoffs, his 3rd of the postseason, and Bryce keeps on doing it. Came into today batting .439. Bryce is clutch when it comes to October, as Spencer Steer will follow, and that ball is going to hang up for the right fielder in Josh Lau. So 1-0 for Cincinnati. There's another free agency pickup for Tampa Bay getting out. That's Patrick Wisdom, and now Brandon Lau going to put one hard on the ground, but straight to Matt McLain. 2 down in the inning for Byron Buxton on the 2-1 pitch. Buxton hits one right to Spencer Steer. An easy play with Steer playing the bunt. As we go on to the bottom of the second inning, Teo going to lead things off. Hit that fastball deep in left field as he pulls it right to, though, Randy Arozarena. We've got one out for Kyle Tucker on the full count. McClanahan deals, and Tucker going to put one on the ground right to the other Lau in the lineup, Brandon Lau. Josh Lau's obviously in right as Elly De La Cruz steps up on the 2-2. Looking for some more production out of Elly De La Cruz. I know it's going to be tough for him, especially with the left-handed pitcher, but still, Elly is struggling a bit here in this playoffs alongside both Kyle Tucker and Matt McLain. Obviously, Tucker's turned it up, though, a lot as of late. Jake Rogers looking for that first hit of the night for Tampa Bay. He's not going to get it. Elly De La Cruz is going to take one away. Carson Williams on the 1-2 pitch in the 9 spot hits one on the ground right to Bryce Harper. Hunter Greene, 9 up, 9 down so far against this Tampa Bay squad. Will Benson, though, going to strike out on that McClanahan fastball. Shea Langeliers operating out the 9 spot. He's still very good. It's just that Shea is better against righties, and really, I mean, we're not going to hit him over Will Benson, I don't think so. It is what it is. Here comes Matt McLain with 2 outs, and there you go. McLain picking up a single, hitting that ball in the left field. Matt will be on with a 2-out base knock, making way for TJ Friedel. McLain is running, and Friedel just going to hit that ball in the air, and it will be the third out the inning. Obviously, McLain running with a 3-2 pitch and with 2 outs in the inning as well. So Josh Lau will lead things off here in the 4th. Again, Tampa Bay still looking for that first base runner. They're not going to get it right there. Randy Arozarena on the 2-2 hits that ball in the air. McLain going back, and he has got it. Now to the dish will be the 3-spot Yandy Diaz. He's been the best bat of the year and the playoffs for Tampa Bay, but he will fly out as well. 12 straight outs to start this game for Hunter Greene. As we go on to the bottom of the 4th, Bryce Harper will lead things off, and he'll pull one on the ground right to Brandon Lau. We've got one gone for the 4th-spot Spencer Steer. He kills left-handed pitching, but McClanahan going to make him look silly on that curveball right there. And Teo comes up on the 2-2 and will fly out into center field over to Byron Buxton. So this is definitely what Tampa Bay wanted to expect out of Shane McClanahan this postseason, being dominant, getting outs. Obviously did give up that 1 home run to Harper, but the Tampa Bay bats are really not helping him at all. Wisdom pops out. Brandon Lau hits one opposite way. Spencer Steer dives to no avail. Lau is on with the first base runner of the night for Tampa Bay, as now Byron Buxton's going to get one to bleed out into right. Lau going to try and take third. He's in there. Tampa Bay on the corners with 1 out, and now they are threatening in the 5th inning. Drew Gilbert on the 1-2, swing and a miss. Right when Greene needed a strikeout, he got it. Jake Rogers on the 2-2, he goes back to back. Cincinnati gets out the jam. They're still up 1-0 here in the bottom of the 5th, but we need some more run support. Again, we saw it a lot in that Arizona series. We were up by, margins that were a lot larger than 1, and we still ended up losing the game. As of course Elly De La Cruz gets on with a walk, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna try to steal all the way around with Elly. I don't care. We've got 1 out. We're trying to get him in. Try to steal third for De La Cruz, and okay. Usually Ellie's able to swipe that bag. Instead, now we have 2 outs. Jake Rogers just going to get him at third. Benson grounds out. We go now to the top of the 6th. It's still a 1-0 game. Carson Williams will strike out on a slider away. 1 gone, top of the order. Josh Lau on the 1-2 pitch, and he will hit that ball on the ground. Matt McLain dives, can't get there. Similar almost to the Steer play. It's a 1-out single for Tampa Bay, bringing up Randy Arozarena on the 1-1 pitch. Randy hits that ball into center field. TJ Friedel has got it. 2 gone now for Yandy Diaz, the first baseman. A huge spot here in this game for Tampa Bay. 1-2 pitch, got him! Runner moved over on a pass ball. It will not matter. Still 1-0 Cincinnati, and this offense again with nothing to show except for the Bryce Harper home run. But again, I'll take it compared to what Tampa Bay has done so far. But we just like a little bit of insurance going deeper into this game. Matt McLain will fly out. Here is our only production, or one of the 2 guys, TJ Friedel. He's done nothing so far tonight, and Friedel will strike out. We'll see Harper in that 8th inning, or the bottom of the 7th inning, as Patrick Wisdom leads things off. And Hunter Greene going strong into the 7th. This will likely be his last inning of work. We do have guys up in the pen just in case he does give up a hit, but he's still doing his thing. Brandon Lau can't pull the trigger on that pitch away. Strikeout looking. Byron Buxton on the 2-1 pitch hits that ball sharply into center field, but straight to his fellow center fielder in TJ Friedel. Here comes Lucas Sims, the righty, with an ERA of 7.71 coming into this game. We'll see Bryce Harper first, and that's a really good backdoor slider. Gets Harper. We've got 1 down for Spencer Steer on the 2-1 pitch. Steer just gonna fly out into right. Lau has got it. 2 down for Teoscar Hernandez on the 1-1 pitch. Teo hits one hard on the ground, but straight to the shortstop in Carson Williams. So again, nothing going on for Cincinnati. And now we turn to the pen. Here comes Gregory Soto, 4.91 ERA so far in the playoffs over 4 games pitched. He will first see Drew Gilbert on the 1-2. Swing and a miss. That lefty-lefty matchup against Soto is so difficult, but he's going to get Jake Rogers right there. Fastball up and in. 2 down for Carson Williams on the 1-2 pitch. Got him as well. My goodness, Gregory Soto. First World Series game, and he strikes out the side. Colin Poche going to come into pitch now for Tampa Bay. He's been very good this postseason, as Kyle Tucker will fly out in to right center field. Taking that one will be Byron Buxton. 1 gone for Elly De La Cruz on the 1-1 pitch. Oh! Elly deep left field. No doubt about it. We wanted the production to step up for De La Cruz, and that's exactly what will happen. 396 feet off the bat of the franchise shortstop Ellie De La Cruz. His third of the postseason gives the Reds that insurance run we've been looking for. 2-0. Now, still in the bottom of the 8th, but with 1 out, here comes Will Benson, swing and a miss on the fastball up and in by Poche. 9 spot up, that means Shea Langoliers on the 2-1 pitch. Langoliers hits one hard, 105, exit velo off the bat. It's fine. We go on to the top of the 9th, and here he is, Camilo Doval. Now, it's been a shaky postseason for Doval, but he's still our closer. And yes, the 15 ERA doesn't look good, but we just need 3 outs, and... oh. Great start. Runner on first, no outs. Randy Arozarena will pop out. All right. Camilo gets his first out here of game number 1 of the World Series, but here come the big bats. Yandy Diaz, 1-2 offering, got him. Huge out for Doval. Wisdom on the 3-2 for the game. Okay, runner going 3-2 pitch, and he'll be on third base. Okay, stays at second. First and second, 2 outs. Huge spot for Brandon Lau on the 2-1 pitch. Lau up the middle. That's likely going to score one for Tampa Bay. They'll keep the tying run at second, winning run to first. I'm not playing around with Doval anymore. Seriously, that's 3 hits. Going back to the pen. Let's play the matchup. Let's get Mason Miller out there. Miller will see Byron Buxton. ERA of 2 so far for Miller so far in this postseason. 2-2 pitch. Got him. Okay, we had to do that earlier on in the postseason as well. I believe it was against the Padres, and that's really where Doval's woes started. But right there, Mason Miller going to pick it up for Camilo Doval, getting the final out of game number 1 of the World Series. And yes, the Reds win 2-1, but we got to figure something out with that bullpen, especially Camilo Doval. I mean, is Mason Miller really going to be our permanent closer? I don't know, because Doval has been really bad. Again, we traded him for Alexis Diaz in the offseason a couple years ago. I don't know. Cincinnati wins with only 3 hits tonight. 2 of them were home runs between both Bryce Harper and Ellie De La Cruz. The 1 single comes from Matt McLain, but that's all that mattered. The Reds win this one 2-1. They had trouble with McClanahan. I think it will get a lot easier for that hitting operation as we move on in this postseason, or move on, especially in this World Series. So, folks, thank y'all for watching episode number 53 of the Cincinnati Reds franchise mode here on MLB The Show 24. The Reds take a 1-0 lead here in the 2026 World Series. Folks, thank y'all for watching. Make sure to hit that like button down below if you do enjoy. Thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.